Xander. This map being a catalyst to that conversation. His
The
fake play is
BBL
phenomenal.
Abyss one's pretty cool.
Cryo was putting up some crazy stat
some
lines
nice comps.
on the Brimstone as well.
They're the ones
Like
I'd be tempted to steal, I think.
It looked incredible there as well.
And you've got an in-form Asuna, so this is a dangerous lineup of 5 looking to make it
2-0.
one step further.
2-0 on the pistols.
Qualifying for Bangkok.
Wait, that's
trying
wrong.
to finally lift
1-1,
an
right?
international trophy.
Instantly starting it wrong.
Orb economy early. Almost the expectation here that Sentinels are doing something a little bit more biased. And Arsenal will be taking that first contact inside Hookah. He's got the paint shells as well.
Asuna does like to play this corner pretty frequently, actually. A lot of 2-3 setups with him and Xander. He's about to take contact, but just can't find the kill.
That's nice. No matter what the tear damage is going to take him down.
The antidote.
Okay, fast
So that
picking
position there from
and a
Arsenal
little bit of
digging him
pressure
out
over
with the
towards
blast pack.
here.
A
How
position
does
like
100
that,
feet
playing in hookah in these
react?
corridors, in
I like that
ramps
Sen
as
just
well
hold
against the
everything, waiting
Teo.
for a
That's
reaction.
nightmare fuel. You were going to
Drone
get hit
goes all the way up
by
over
so much
towards
util, so
B.
much damage. I mean, the classic defensive.
The drone's
play
kind of
against a
crazy.
Brim when
If you
they
do the
have
right
their
tech
ult
on
on
long
bind is
here, it
don't
can
play
check
in
all the
lamps
way back
because you
aside.
could just get fried by that. Well, that can kind of be the case every round of
Yeah,
Teo
it
to some
is.
extent.
Really, really wild.
Sky smokes being set up here for Sentinels now. It's about time. Standard smokes over towards the middle of that site, but EU emerges. What timing from EU? That is disgusting. Oh, buddy. Sentinels are not ready for that.
It was pretty
Got the
good.
initiative here
It
for
was
100
pretty
Thieves.
sick.
Has left them by the wayside so many times.
Whoa.
And that's 4 for EU on the
Damn.
pistol. You just
Really,
gassed
really
him up.
nice.
But it's the gunplay that really
Everyone
set him
tanked
apart
that
there.
flash.
The gunplay and that
Everyone.
supportive
But they all
flash
went
coming
right
over
at the
top.
wall,
Bustio
and so the
sent
flash
Badizzi
was
over,
like
blinding up
behind them.
everyone who was running through
But
the
that's kind of
wall.
what you want.
Didn't
So
exactly
still
know where
just
they were supposed to
flashes
aim.
in front of you.
Record scratch freeze frame.
Despite finding that
Oh
first
my,
kill.
and this Tev is
Oh, man,
incredible.
Dizzy, yeah, Dizzy got very
That was
busy.
A
awesome.
great recovery. A lot of
100 Thieves looked very confident that they're going to come up short. They held so strong with this 3.
They love playing off of those Dizzy, swinging as a
2-1.
team off of them, setting up trap plays when he has the ultimate with the Thrash. Sen have to be ready for that.
Early showers play with that Teho util, paving the way. It's going to be Zekken. Just getting himself an orb here as Sen have really nothing to work with on an anti-eco like this. Boostio with the Bucky.
Yet again. Yet again.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Posted up in hookah. One of the best positions for it. 100 Thieves are taking this nice and slow. They are really not trying to push the issue anywhere. Allow Sen to play into them.
Prowler
1
just
minute mark
cleared
now,
showers,
and
which they
those
took at the beginning.
Prowlers have cleared
With
through
that,
shower. Arsenal definitely getting a
Rotates
little
going
bit
in
antsy.
because they cut sound for so
Might
long.
go for a bit of a pop here. Yeah, they're pushing in. Arsenal, though,
Ooh,
when
nicely
you
done
go,
from
pops
Asuna.
himself up at the
No
end.
way.
What?
Oh my god, he looks
He's starting
great
to
at the
get one.
moment. he
Asuna is
looks
a
so
one of
good.
one. There's no one
Everything's
like
going
him.
his way, no doubt
Okay,
about it, but
gets
the
himself
decision
above the
making's
util
right.
With the blast pack, comes down, gets a paint shield kill and 2 more.
It's like he
At this point, Sen are
averages a
picking up the
kill
pieces.
every time he's in midair.
Vaporized by 100 Thieves.
And Asuna's on the fast track to getting the showstopper early here. This is the player for 100 Thieves that, after their offseason loss, and even prior to that, frankly, it has been the trend for the 100 Thieves fan base for a while to point the blame at Asuna for their woes.
He has to dodge his own paint shell. And it gets
Ridiculous.
banged with the secondary wave of explosives.
But
Hey,
so
this guy
far,
is the avalanche on Chad Mountain. I'm sorry.
so far this year, Asuna has been lights
Okay,
out.
Boostio on the bonus gets a Bucky, and
To the extent that
The
in the
rotate
first series
Bucky.
against MIBR, Asuna put up an average
mean, last time he did
ACS
this, right,
of
and he was here.
306. That was a better series than any he played in 2024. His first one. Immediately shutting down the doubters.
So much life still left in him, that's for sure. Still young, still hungry. It's just what 100 Thieves have needed these last couple of rounds. Sen now exploratory on this gun round. We've got the double stack over towards B long, pretty standard here for 100 Thieves. And it gets the team that can't split them up with a one-way like Omen. Can really abuse it.
Yeah, they love to play these bait and switch setups towards B long, 100 Thieves, and they're jiggling, drawing that
yeah,
attention.
we consider left.
Asuna's the one who's ready to
Okay,
pounce.
Xander
Xander really
does,
conditioning
he
that this
doesn't
is
want
not
to
a
pop his
player holding
smoke
the
'cause he's
offense.
done enough for the bait.
Trust me, guys.
And then as soon as the smoke doesn't come up,
I'm throwing a snake bite because I don't
it
want you to come up
should
here.
start to realize. Ooh, that's a straight up
Xander already
pre-fire.
had the ghost to work with there, if I'm not mistaken, and that's enough percent. They're going to pull out here. Maybe smell something a bit off.
Keep an eye on
Sick
Asuna.
reaction time from
Insta-cleared the
Mary.
angle, walks all the
Super
way
mechanical
through.
skilled player
And these
who
guys might take the
debuted in Europe
TP and
last
he
year,
might
despite
be
being
here.
From America,
Oh,
was a
this might get a
standout in
little bit weird,
challengers.
right?
Cryo calmly
Depending how much resistance they see, they're going to
steps
take the
back from
TP. Give me
battle.
Asuna.
Shifts worth of ordnance being thrown at him, and here's Asuna. Still found a way to be relevant in this round, but the TP plunge.
Huge from Boostio.
That's the spike.
And he's got the Bucky for him. This guy jumps
Takes
in.
him with the ghost and is able to cut us down already for
my
seconds.
God.
And there's no time
Zekin
to
doesn't think
plan.
he's
He's
still there,
just off.
But he was waiting.
Just
Zekin,
off.
though. Oh, Zekin.
Oh my goodness.
shot
Shout
down,
out to
guess what,
Boostio.
buddy?
Hey, he did so
There's no
much.
plan. That's just unreal.
Shout out to Asuna, honestly, as well, because it delayed so
These
much
guys
for
are
him to
getting
then send it
rinsed,
through.
And I am stunned at the fashion in which
Yeah,
it's happening.
they're getting
That
so
new
wrecked,
position
and
from
it
Arsenal
must be
was
so
excellent
frustrating right now
to
because
be
look at
prepared
the
for
fashion that
eventual
Sentinels are losing
teleport
these
that was going
rounds.
to come through if things on A were not looking good for SEN. That was the case, but this right here.
Oh my!
Come on, the accuracy with the ghost. The frustration on the face of Kaplan.
Feels like these games only come around once in a blue moon. The sheer audacity from 100 Thieves over the last 3 rounds has been staggering. And they just sent Sentinels rifle round back to Lumbridge.
They are able to buy up again, decent enough. A lot of light armors, the Guardian, but worth doing. Obviously, getting close to a couple ultimates, but nothing big on the table for either team. You know, aside from Austin and EU being one orb away from there.
Okay, a lot of people
Ults
died,
respectively,
so
that could pay off
in
later
terms of the
when
actual
Freeform finds
round,
a kill.
it's not too bad for Sentinels as long as they win this.
Surely that will happen.
If they lose this could be a devastating
Refresh
half.
that one way likely. Teo Ordnance comes in and he
Ooh,
gets
little
out. Again, another round where he
stim.
just calmly avoids
Little
it.
stim pack to get out of there fast. Molly goes in with
Molly
the
can
satchel as
interrupt
well.
a potential plan, and Zekin knows he needs to try and take a fight, wins it out, but Arsenal's going to be there as a
Oh
second
my
line, and what
goodness, there is a lot of people default, and
Once
Zelsis
more,
took
and Zelsis
the hit.
is the deer in the headlights as the
He did
showstopper
not
comes
want
in.
to get Molly killed. He
Utility
just
is just
insta
so
W keys
aggressive
forward.
right
That
now.
is a
Austin
cross
on the
map
swing
Molly
against
into
the
a flash. Oh my goodness, they look
One
good.
with the ult, one with the paint shells.
I need one of them chunder bags that you have on the
I feel like
aircraft,
every
you know what I
time
mean?
the
And
dizzy's
it's-
thrown,
oh
it's
my
flashing
goodness.
like 3 people.
Sickening stuff. But again, this is nothing new, right? This stall, the fact that 100 Thieves maintain that backside control wire lets them deploy all of these snake fights, mosh pits, you name it. They've got it.
Yeah, there's everything.
And it's the
there.
little moments like those. And it's the little moments like those too where despite EU not getting involved in terms of the fragging,
Classic
just that
Teva default,
one
yeah. I mean, the
well-timed
Teva's
haunt
getting insane value
sealed
as well.
the round for 100 Thieves. All 3 SEN players default revealed. They're cooked. They're eating the molly into the paint shells, the showstopper. They're getting swarmed upon. He gets so much value from this fade. He really does.
Tarek and Tens are going through it.
The team that
I mean, surely
redefining this
Tens isn't
composition,
going through it.
Someone on fade who always feel
I
like
can't,
he's gonna
I can't
have
imagine
impact on
Tens is
the
going
game
for it,
this
man. Oh no,
Having
my
his ace
my
guy
old
previous
team
round
is
was a
making
great
me look
fallback
really,
from
really
Cryo,
good,
right?
like
Back
they
to
need me.
fence. After all that Teo utility
What a
comes
shame.
into Lamps, gives it up and is still able to have an impact defensively.
I don't think he's
I'm
going for
looking
it.
at a much more proactive 100 Thieves on defense than we saw against MIBR. The one half so far in this tournament that they have struggled on. They're doing a much better job at flooding in with their own utility and fighting aggressively
Right.
while the spike is being tapped.
And that was against a deadlock comp that they kind of let
Indecisive
the
a little bit.
execution happen. But here,
I do
they're
think if
interrupting
Sentinels have a fast B hit, they
2
should
initiators,
bring it out.
Lucio and EU, have been getting mega value, and it has just set up Asuna for the freest kills. Center on the eco right now, out of the timeout. We'll see what Kaplan has cooked up in terms of a little cheeky plan here before we get into the real plan with the big buy on the following round.
might have to be a fast play into Lamps with the
Plans be
Bucky, I think.
damned.
Yep, Zelsis just gets his head ripped off. Gets a free haircut, but the inverse Mohawk probably isn't what he
Uh oh,
wanted.
Boombot hits, so we
Arsenal
Teva.
has to watch out.
What an
On the right
absolute
side,
shot.
QT hits him with a big iron.
Spike planted.
And that's that Lamb's control, excuse me, and plant down for
When
Sen.
does
Second
Bang
is
decide to
showstopper
go here?
to
It's being
boot.
held the whole time on
Paolo's gonna come in
showers.
really handy to trying to
Okay,
re-clear
Bang
Lamps.
doesn't decide to go. He's
Actually,
got
he was
Molly.
rotating over
Zekin
towards
still
that and
has
wants to
ult.
pick that angle up.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the closest they've been to a round, so he has to use ult. Doesn't get anything. Wingman might be able to get half during all of this.
Now it's going to get that to half at least, but John steps up, brings him down. That's half. 3 players left to work with for 100 Thieves.
That might be the kill that decides it, you would imagine.
Apart, and Raid's able to shut Xander down with nothing but a classic. And I think even for EU, even for someone who's been dominant, this would be too much.
Yeah, very, very nice. Get some gun upgrades as well. They're on the board, and they're about to get a lot of ults.
A little thrifty. I think that's like a 4 classic 1 Bucky round that SEN win out.
Yeah, the Sheriff into Lamps finds one as well. I think that was John got a kill for the first 100 Thieves player that was trying to swing in there.
Asuna, yeah, it's here.
Yeah, that was a great kill and recovers the rifle from it. Gotta get, I mean, it's just pure individual play from John that carries him over the finish line there. And
Bang knows exactly what's about to happen. This is the same style that 100 Thieves played on this map with him in it.
Can't be understated how desperately they needed that round. Stop the bleeding, get their economy stabilized, bring some rifles over. The Thrash gets a lot of info, doesn't
They're
actually
back into it. Insta hit over
Evidently
towards
doesn't need information to get kills.
basically a B split. I mean, this is what I wanted to see, to be honest with you. Fast B hit makes a lot of sense. They've been stalled out so much over towards A, and their comp should be very good at just fast hits. So I think this is the right call for Sentinels. And then honestly, I would run this until they
into danger.
lose.
I mean, Nayright's in danger right now. The Dizzy is so good, but he can't capitalize.
God, the guy is...
They did use a lot of ults into this one though, so I don't think this one is going to be that easy to repeat, but I would still just carry on B spamming until you lose probably 2 in a row, honestly. The good thing about the Teo stuff, you don't really,
or do they want to just save
after
significance of losing their
IGL, like you know how Paper X play,
their economy,
where you just insta send it until they prove they can like fight back or hold sites. I think that's a really good way of approaching Teo. Like you can just send it and have very, very good. Hold up, the 2v4 into the 2v2.
Up and now needs EU to be the active player. Cryo sneaks in, but Zekin's so hard to shift from that spot. Just little peaks, a little bit of damage in Zekin.
So what I was saying is, because the agent is so good at like insta fast strats, like the whole kit is incredible at it. I think you can just start off games just doing it.
Flushing Asuna out of the teleport,
you don't have to do defaults or anything. It is the best ever, or one of the best ever fast strat agents we've seen.
Labored, but eventually on that
Wind in his hair free with the prime. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you for the 5 months. Thank you, thank you. Kerry as well. Hello, mate.
And the economy is suddenly broken for 100 Thieves.
Wait for a round. I want a round before I stand up. Jordan, trust me, brother. I'm going to get a round.
Talk about emotional leader.
I'll trust him.
Zelsus was just on his feet. So he's definitely making sure there's...
Why is it insane for fast strats? Dude, I got 2 bits of util that need no lineup, that are 100% perfect, that I can combo with other stuff, that insta-kill, and then I have a drone on top of that, which can be followed up. Like, it's an incredible agent for it.
Yeah, John Cutie has saved this team, and it's not from his IGLing just yet. It's from his individual play on that eco round, finding the Sheriff headshot, picking up the Phantom, getting a second, and then that carries over into now where they can begin to snowball, maybe for the first time in this series.
Let's not say insta-kill. I mean, if I'm comboing it, it's an insta-kill. Like, I know it's a secure kill if someone's there. I know the area is clear.
He's feeling it. Asuna, of course, probably what we saw last time with the Stinger in his hands, he found a 3K just outside of Lamps.
And I am taking note of Bustio holding the Thrash right now. 100 Thieves have a variety of different little
It's not like you can miss the lineup. Yeah, that's the issue.
When they have that
okay, looking like we're gonna go a little bit fast on this one, because like here you could do double damage here into drone while the Raze satchels, and then you've got all the lamps you don't have to worry about. The Raze can kill anyone close. You could nade it if you wanted to, and then you can do a protocol off of showers. And if they don't break the drone, it's getting all the way over towards back of sight. The fast straps that Sentinels are now relying on is something that is incredibly strong with this.
Swing from the stim beacon. EU is just not quick enough with the reactions to shut him down, and at this point, SEN can really stabilize this game. Asuna, though, just catches second unaware, pressing too far forward alone, getting a little greedy.
Really strong Viper.
Cryo goes low, but they do at least have this orbital to work with.
Yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed that everyone else from Sentinels have let him get out. Guys, fell like the sword slightly. Dude, this flash every single time. I'm telling you, this flash is so good. I thought they would have held this a little bit more for Bang. I thought it was just going to get spammed down.
Should have nothing much to say about this round. A kill, a third, in fact, will be all she wrote.
Also trying to save this rifle, but not going to happen. Zelsis
Ever since they relied on the fast strat, Sentinel's looking good. This was just a low buy, though.
And that's 3 rounds in a row for Sentinels off the back.
Let's see.
And that's Zelsis off the chair, getting the crowd back into it. Second, they're just on that fast swing, and then it's this duo, the newcomers, Bang. Narrate throwing up that dizzy, catches all 3 of them. Narrate has really been getting a lot of value these past few rounds.
Stand up, he says.
Kind of looks like Zelsis' little brother, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's the hairstyle on the right and Zelsis.
Okay, important round for 100 Thieves. Obviously, eco before. No one can buy round after.
Sands curls.
100 Thieves have their full buy now, and they have a few.
Yeah, and the drone is really nice there, though.
Ultimates to play with here.
It gives them so much info. And they kind of just took long for free because of it as well, and they're past the smoke.
This position, they can begin to work the map, try and draw.
I don't think 100 Thieves can give them that much space, but I get why they don't want to fight it too much because it can be scary with that rockets.
Well, the wall is going to keep them at bay for now.
It's a good rotate from Asuna, and looks like they want to go aggro, nade, molly, Fischl, and they're out of there though. Shout out to Zekken, he was the one committed to Satchel's back. And now they can hold the Fischl, as in on the floor, so they don't get another go at it.
All the while, Bang towards running forward. Asuna with the showstopper again, 2 for 2.
Gets himself Zekken and now sent. Packing over towards his A side of Sentinels. Going to be clearing the way out of showers.
Yeah, no tether for default on this one.
Hold this position though, and Bang could unravel it. They're fighting for it. Zelsis knows he can't afford to have mollies thrown at the side as they're getting a plant down. But Cryo, unshiftable here from Lamps. Eventually Zelsis deals with him the good old-fashioned way. Dizzy neutralized as is Boostio. And now we got a 2v1. Still no plant. Xander's shoulder pick reveals Zelsis. He has to take the shot, and with 12 seconds left, it is a tough ask to stick a plant. 2 fakes. Xander not drawn out of position. That guy is far too canny for it. And in the dying seconds, he gets off it. Zelsis now set for 4 for a clutch.
Yeah, Zelsis just so sure that the rotate would be way faster, but Asuna was just holding for the TP in case it happened.
Players played that very well. Xander just biding his time with the jiggle peaks. Jump spotting, keeping the pressure on Zelsis, who
Asuna, 14 to 6.
The second player, Asuna, would have been there far quicker than he actually was. You could see how much fear he had due to that, just never wanting to stick the plant. You can't blame him for it. It was an awkward timing to play around.
Nice little two-piece from Cryo. Limited opportunities for him to come alive in this game, but that was important. Asuna, they're not with the full commit, just to pop up, send that showstopper in.
That being said, all of that damage that has been done has kept 100 Thieves' economy very honest. They're all really low right now. Boostio is relegated to just the Bucky, though. I think he's happy to have that in his hands regardless.
I think he feels right at home. We'll be evacuated briefly because of that Teo util. That will allow a staging ground to be built.
Judge close, 1 judge, 1 Bucky.
He does like to play this angle with the judge pretty frequently.
Good for 1 usually, not this time though. His narrator's been so solid.
He is really stepping it up. A lot of people surprised he wasn't on an America's team in his debut year last year. It was K-Corp taking a chance on him.
He had trials, but nobody really went for it.
Yeah, proved himself overseas, and then SEN said, come right back. Replace Saucy, a legend that departed from their roster. Big shoes to fill.
Zekken is out of there. That, though, gives him all the information he needs.
Yeah, it's a good amount of info. We've got to keep an eye on Bang on showers as well. He's cleared all his showers. He can have a super late luck, or he can just walk out early and try and get someone on the rotate like this. And could also just pull them over, because they can just TP over towards long. That's what they're going to do.
Pivot back with the TP.
Cryo knows now we need to double back himself, but he has no side control.
They give themselves a lot of options here.
At heaven and through vent, so there's no way the 100 Thieves are flooding onto the site here. They're going to have to let this happen. The time, SEN might get interrupted here on the way through. Narrate over towards the site here. Time still of the essence now, and that orbital comes down, but the spike was still deployed. It's second falling though. 100 Thieves have to go for it. But what are they working with? A bucket for Boostio, and he tears Bank to shreds.
Really,
Now,
really
though, the real
important.
work begins for 100
What
Thieves.
2v2?
John set up a triple.
If Zelsa's
EU
good to
giving
kill,
him
he
a little
gets his
bit,
ult.
but not committing. Boostio able to upgrade to a rifle, but shows himself. But
Ooh,
John
nice
hits
shots,
Vertical.
man. Very, very nice
Surgical.
shots. 100 Thieves got to equal this.
In his deconstruction of 100 Thieves in the post play.
Finally, some life coming back, the energy coming back in the room after 100 Thieves dismantled
Levyman
Sen
with
on
the
map
prime.
one.
Thank you so much for the 14 months. Thank you, thank you.
And it looked like this might have even been a blowout too, the way it began. But Sen are
No,
right
I didn't
back
check it out
into
on Bacon,
this.
but Lexi described it Pansy and I read it.
That double headshot on the second is the chef's kiss.
In the end of that range with a Phantom. And there's that vintage John QT.
Can't check it after.
So 100 Thieves here relegated to a
Yeah,
very
back
poor
to
buy
the
in round 10.
back to the fast strats though. But I've been enjoying it. Even if it's not a fast strat, it's still like drone into instant map control.
Suckin, who can hold that down while they stack up one
Like
more
they're just
extra
being
bomb. Straight up
way
execute.
more.
Cryo goes down.
This is
Cryo
way
loves to
more
play inside
conviction
those
with
smokes,
everything
come
they're
out on
doing.
weird timings. Banger shut that weapon down for 100 Thieves here. Showstopper available for
Boostio has
second.
been heard
Arsenal.
from Zel.
Maybe quite a fatal
Boostio has
forward
been
now,
heard
he's
from
got his
Zelsis
brains
though,
flooded
so
over
you
the
would
wall.
imagine the Bang gets that kill. Yeah, it's a
Ugly
great nade.
Arsenal.
Yeah, got a ceiling on that one, so not going to work this time.
Does it?
And Zen here just says, okay, can I make something happen of this? There's really very little to work with. 100 Thieves pooling their resources. And he's going to sit on top of that molly. We are an even game, folks.
really, really nice.
Once more.
Sentinels are beginning to build towards a lot of their ultimates for this
What do
pivotal
100
round.
Thieves
Could
do?
be
Honestly,
worth
like a
two.
setup like from like
Second
their
has the
pistol could
showstopper. He told Jordan he was going to get him a highlight round. He was going to
be
stand up
working here.
eventually.
Problem
This
is
would
they
be
gotta
a
have
really
someone start
nice one to
showers in
do it
case that
on.
drone
It would
goes
break
and
100
shoots
Thieves'
it.
economy. He could get sent into that 7-5 lead heading into the second half. Could see some real contention for the orbs. With Zelsis 1
100
away
Thieves
from
are
his
chilling
ultimate
on
two.
defense with 5. I mean, their comp's always been good on attack.
For a round like this, the crowd knows that this is where Sen
Sentinel's
really
comp's incredibly
the
good
knife
at
in deep.
fighting for map control though.
Xander really has just been a role player, yet to
And 100's Thieves
to have
comp
those
needs
moments
the
of
map
defining
control
him
to
in challenges
exec
in this game.
normally. So like they'll probably let
Group
them
up
take
can
map
be long
control
with
like
Sentinels.
long, and then they'll
It's a
just have an
3-1-1.
insane retake of long on
Here we go. It's time for second.
on
He's got a body
defense.
block there, awkward, but John's going to be able to dig Arsena out. Zekin doesn't fully commit though, just pops up, playing on top of the stim beacon. And yeah, send that rocket away. Still Sen know they need to walk up on this site, and Zekin is going to be at the 4.
That's big info though. The fact that he didn't get spammed, like they know the no one's close elbow.
Question is, do 100 Thieves try to flood right now off the top?
Yep, 3 players sat inside elbows. Zelsis has a sense about it. He's also got an orbital strike.
He has a great
That
smoke
could be
though.
devastating here for 100 Thieves who are grouped for this. Okay, in goes Wingman. Zekin clears him. Now 100 Thieves are inching up in elbow, getting closer, but still no flood. Cryo going to be held at bay. This might slow things down even further. There's the horn. Here's the play. Zekin sees him as the smoke comes down. It's Boostio picked off, and then he backs away. It's a second for John now, as Narrate wants to get his hands dirty. He gets involved. Xander found 2, but that's all he could ask for. And EU really doesn't have a hope in hell. That's a clean round from Sen. And they'll have his gun too.
Very nice.
Great hold of the site from Sentinels after getting
Yeah,
that
not gonna be a
spike
great
down.
buy for 100 Thieves
So
in this last
much
one.
delay
They got
from
it
their
okay, money.
utilities.
Some
Zelsis
light
having
on
one extra
Guardians
smoke to
kind of
place
vibe.
towards elbow, wasting precious seconds. And then still had his ultimate as well, an orbital strike. He's carrying it over into this round against a bad buy from 100 Thieves. Man, John right now, razor sharp with the aim.
From 4-0 to 5-6, yeah. Ever since they've just started going fast.
So when are we standing up if never?
Ever since they've just started going into
just wants to be
fast,
on his
like four-person
second,
commits
maybe
over
they'll
towards
give us a
sites. It's
reason
been very, very nice.
I've been standing
How's
this
the
whole time.
comp
Why?
on defense? It's good on
Confirmed.
defense. Again, they can
Zen
let
has
them take
been-
map control and fight it heavy.
Over towards B-Long. Effectively every round. This time has the pit for some extra control, which you're going to assume will be pushing Sentinel elsewhere. You know, given that they've traded off a Fade or maybe a Sky in place for that Tejo, they don't have the best utility at clearing out a pit.
Yeah, so
really
they
just
split the
have
Viper
Wingman,
all
that's
over
about it.
towards
And
long.
You don't really
And
want
now
to be
they're just
using
going
it
to
for
commit
that.
over
So
towards it.
it's
The
going
issue
to
is
be
they
a
are
site
going
where
to
they want
tank a
hit with that
lot of
Armageddon, but a
utils.
counter
1, 2,
ult
3. They got hit by the Fatal.
Now Arsenal was ahead of it. He was inside showers here.
And they got the tail out of them. I'm not sure Cryo can play here with Zelsis's ult.
Now, in comes Zekin off the satchel, but Arsenal shuts him down instantly. It's John, though, again, always good for one at least. Responds in kind. And now to send Walker.
Went for Brimble
no
backside.
fanfare, no pomp and circumstance. Spike gets put down.
Difficulties here could be with trying to get Busio in position to make something happen with his Bucky. You need to get him in lamps supporting Cryo, but he feels like he just has to give that up.
Just to put Busio out of the way there. He tries to dive in. This is awkward. They're stacked up. Narrate's going to bring Busio down, and Cryo was so low. That was awkward for 100 Thieves. Couldn't get their ducks in a row. Or rather, their players were too much in a row.
Don't have much armor involved in this.
Lazily flicks Xander out of existence. It'll make it 3. Easy pickings here for Sentinels.
Kind of looked a little bit like Split, just in reverse, right?
You really have to
just looking good for 100 Thieves, and then
both of them getting
pretty much ignore this just to see if
util, specifically in the case of Narrate. John Cutie more so in the case of the gunplay. It was the eco round win. What feels like
Build a Bear Workshop. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you, Damon.
Into a kill with a picked up Phantom that he got from that initial kill. But they were able to bring this thing back. So big step up from the IGL.
Bang 13-8, Narrate 11-9. The newcomers to Sentinels setting the tone and pace heading into halftime. Don't go too far, folks. Bind is bound to get even more.
Yeah, it might be an important pistol. I think 100 Thieves might have to win it. Because again, when I think of the 100 Thieves comp, it's all about like taking map control, chill out a little bit, wait till everything regens, then send it. And I think as they're chilling out, waiting for stuff to regen, they're just going to get XX back on. So if 100 Thieves don't get off to a good start and don't start getting their ults, they might struggle for sure. I think the pistol is incredibly important. If they get the pistol and they get the ults out early as well, I mean, very, very nice. It's just hard to stop the sight hits. Too. I felt like the drone was getting a lot of free space as well, so they saved a lot of util when they actually wanted to hit over towards Saints. So maybe they weren't fighting early enough, but it's hard to fight early against this Teo because you think you're about to get util dumped on.
Claiming 7 of the last 8 rounds. That first
had you stopped the side hits, I mean, you kind of have to fight a little bit earlier, but and hope they don't. The thing is, they could have fought a little bit earlier because there wasn't like too much for them to actually combo the damage with and make sure that they like got kills.
Bear in mind, 100 Thieves success on this map.
At least Showers, Hookah, Long, they probably need to fight a bit more.
A destructive attack
but again, it's hard if they haven't practiced against someone like this.
12 rounds played, which is mental. So SEN have the
Valorant
work
became
cut
a new
out
game
for
with
them. This is
Teo.
100 Thieves' favorite side, no doubt.
That's why I felt a little bit sorry for teams.
Let's see how it plays out now into the pistol.
Must have been practicing for so long with an agent that just came in and just changed so much.
Zelsis gives himself the option to leave, and he's happy to abscond.
And we are ready. It is contact into insta damage. Is insta damage or is this stun? Must be insta damage.
They're ready with the util.
Oh, it's the stun.
4 players to shut this down.
They have it stacked. Zelsis with the timing catches Arsena, but he's going to be there.
No way.
He's walked into the trap and still found one.
You got another one on top of this. Important duel. Might be doable.
Again evens the score.
Take a look at the HPs. We've got 15, 52.
Kill from the IGL.
100 Thieves, they are committed here to playing from Hookah for now. Arsena drops, John QT caught with util in his hand, but Zekin had his back. A crossfire plays out beautifully for SEN, and now it's up to Cryo.
Damn, touched the wall as well.
Did I stand up yet?
Does he stand up? I'm looking.
Glued to the chair, Wyatt.
Seated. Staying seated. I mean, that was
so
pretty. I think that's
every single map so far has been 1-1 for the pistols.
Now
and
you're in the lead. You're extending it with a pistol round win. 3K.
I think, look, I do think
he has high standards.
Zelsis has a flair for the dramatic, right? It's one time in the game, and it has to be the right one. Just because you sharpen your spear doesn't mean you bring it to the battle. There is life yet in SEN City. You'll notice here we've got a judge for Bang. Murray clearing that horn early here through showers. And Arsena. He's going to be the man with that first contact. Zelsis, though, already getting busy. Bustio out of the round. Narrator allows himself to back away with Wingman just making that space.
Wingman didn't get shot, but he ended up hitting the ledge, so he's not going to risk trying to pick that up.
Of the inherent advantage they have coming into the round.
Yeah, so they will no need to hurry here at all. 100 Thieves don't really seem to have a clear plan outside of making use of Arsena.
Weird Wingman. Isn't his use of it? Well, it's not too bad at all. Since he's got field of view of 180 now, like that kind of stuff's pretty good.
Second in the smoke, footsteps, pitter patter onto the side as Narrate steps up. And Arsena sits down.
Sander routed from the missiles.
He just kind of missed the angle slightly.
Just a slow end to 100 Thieves in this round. Seems like is what we're going to be in store for.
Yeah, this is like a paper cut exsanguination. Like, it's that slow. 100 Thieves are just lurching to a stop here.
Rotating to be long.
Yep.
You got 20 seconds.
They're walking the holes. They've got a clipboard, so they look like they're doing something, right? But in reality, it's about looking busy.
Yeah, and in theory, these players have to
You
die.
don't want to save these classics. Let's
gotta
get in there.
Well, Bang will take it. At least they kind of know there's a judge in play. But there's, I mean, there's two main positions where that's going to be.
And we're back to business.
They've got the full heavy armors, full rifles.
I was going to say, we're not throwing away the judge fully, right? I'm about to lose my mind.
Holding the judge somewhere on the map, tucked in a corner. They do have the prowlers to clear out spaces like that, which can be quite nice.
Clinical.
Yes.
I agree. Too much so, actually, but I agree.
Flawless. Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about this pulse, to be fair. Smoke yourself, go close.
Not the fastest start here for 100 Thieves. Definitely a sense they're still feeling Sentinels out on this attack side.
Sentinels, they have a bonus, so decided to full pass and stack just in case they wanted to go fast over towards A. Maybe a little bit of anti that they do more fast A's instead of fast B's. Maybe they never do fast B's, I'm not entirely sure. Again, 100 Thieves use this comp for a long time, so there is data in terms of where they like to favor side hits, ults, etc.
Walking up the courage to knock on the door.
It does feel like they're expecting some aggression to come in that it's just not in the cards for the SEN game plan at this point in the half.
I can hear it on the stage.
It'll come later, but
really active calling still from Bustio. So they are trying to put something together.
There is some intensity in Bustio's voice right now on stage.
You can hear a pin drop in here otherwise. 40 seconds left.
Time is insanely low.
I mean, this entire
just picking up the spike now. I don't even know where we're going.
100 Thieves are still very spread around the map. Arsena is trying to create some distractions.
Yeah, I guess. But Arsena faking with a raise, normally lean over towards that. The raise will normally be with the pack. Takes the TP, joins the team. Zelsis, that flash is absolutely owned him. And the nade from Zekin takes him down. Oh wait, the satchel. Damn, dude, Wingman
gets it done despite the Taeho util looking to shut it down. And it will be Sentinels with the weaker weapons now, struggling to hold their ground as slowly, and I mean slowly, 100 Thieves have kicked them off the map.
But honestly,
that Taeho util
good damage from Sentinels, they'll be happy. I'm a rebuy, 3 guns rebuy.
Of the round could be very different. We would have seen 100 Thieves scrambling to retrieve the spike and get it down with around 10 seconds on the clock.
If the damage had taken Wingman out, that was it.
SEN will take the damage dealt, though.
Would have been completely different.
Keeping the economy relatively low.
That is just intense mid-rounding from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear how passionate and intense the communication was.
Kelvin has a really piercing voice.
1, 2, 3, can't buy next. 1, 2, 3, can't buy next.
Slow taking of the extremities of the map.
Yeah, we'll include this.
Hey, it works out for 100 Thieves, and they even keep a couple of those weapons still.
Sure.
Now what? This time a little bit more staunch. Into showers.
Important rounds.
The nightfall.
Making it look like they wanted to crunch. Instead, they 2-person push.
Second, blasted. Zelsis.
Well, there goes the big important rounds.
Now starting to build up.
Shout out to
Cryo. Frag total.
Zels is hoping that a delay in the swing would cause Cryo to maybe fall off the angle or adjust in some way that would leave him vulnerable. But he was trained in on the crosshair. Sentinels are in real trouble.
The idea wasn't bad from Sentinels. Jesus, nice shot. The idea wasn't too bad from Sentinels. They're sending the drone in and they're trying to make it look like they're gonna crunch. So you expect Heavy to be over towards Showers and long or TP. But you shouldn't, in theory, be expecting the push on shot. Very, very nice run from Cryo.
To work their way back into the game.
Absolutely clinical, a trio of kills for Cryo, who simply stood his ground, locked down the angle to find 2 openers. Working his way towards the orbital strike. He's making the game look very simple, very textbook.
Clean. Not much to say here again is you're never going to get ahead of yourself as 100 Thieves. You tried 2 rather different looking rounds, a very slow one that works out.
Light armors, we're missing some. We're missing at least the drone.
The map control game in terms of the extremities,
it's not too bad, but it's very all in. We've got Guardian, Bulldog, everyone light armor.
Here, so Bang can't sneak around that corner. Looks like he'd like to work his way back in, but that's been denied so far.
He's just taking so much damage, he has to fall back. While this is all going on, Zekken is now getting into Shower.
So this is what normally happens. This is what I was talking about. 100 Thieves, they take map control, they wait for regen, and then they would sight hit. And I was thinking that Sentinels would have some kind of punish. And it looks like they were fully ready for this. Asuna gets to the pause and was honestly expecting them to do something. This was nice. So this is 100 Thieves talking exactly what I was talking to you lot about in terms of what Sentinels are going to try and do. Right, as soon as we take this map control, we're waiting for regens, we're going to exec, they're going to try and do something onto us.
If only he had a
shout out to Asuna there, and shout out to whoever spoke about that in the half.
Just with
the flash
spray kills, yeah, I mean, just the wingman running through.
Now it's the time to save some guns here for SEN. They have run dry on funds. Their 3rd consecutive round loss here. Conversely, 100 Thieves crucially building that buffer up should SEN start to find an edge and might be starting to think next couple rounds, the timeout could be in order.
Certainly. A necessary save, headed towards an explosive ultimate round, both sides getting towards virtually maybe 3-4 total, right?
See it called out because the guns maybe won't be much to back things up here for SEN. And yeah, I think they've called a timeout here, no surprise. Let's see how this goes down. So the wall comes down instantly. Asuna, SEN's flash, by the way, is able to
the wingman stun connects.
Dude, look at the bob. That's incredible.
They don't have good refights. They don't have like protocols or anything.
Fair point. I mean, yeah, that was wingman stun onto 3 people, and yet Narrate has 4 looking at him. What do you think about that? I mean, the refight potential here for, for SEN if they do give up some of that ground early.
I mean, he is not wrong, and they should be able to do so with this comp. But they're not having anything set up with the Tejo at the moment to get back in that's really in conjunction with the rest of the Initiator utility, having Narrate involved in a situation like that, or Zekken being able to play off of it. They're sort of just awkwardly trying to fight as a unit forward there. That 2-piece from Arsenal was sick. I mean, collecting the 2nd from the spray was...
You wish I would flame more?
Really nice map.
Just nasty, yeah.
I mean, flame when it's warranted, man.
Yeah, it was a little loud at the beginning when he was
you want to flame, you should watch the Crew Haven game.
That is fair.
Yeah,
he has flaming that.
He's been getting his one just about every round.
But I'm not just going to randomly rip a team. Like, the problem with asking me to flame is, first of all, I understand what it's like to be a coach in a team, and I'm very aware that 10 days before it starts, you've got 7 maps and a new agent came in that changed everything. Like, what do you want me to flame, man? You think you can get good on a map in every single... Like, you think you can get good on 7 maps with an agent that changed everything up in 10 days? Like, if you think that's true, you don't understand the game, and you just shouldn't be flaming.
That's that early showers control as well, already being assumed.
But if you play a normal comp on Haven, like Crew, and you have no default, that deserves a flame, because how is that possible?
There's been a lot of 4-1 early defense from them.
Right, behind the boom bot, it's time to get busy. Okay, so Dizzy does not get broken, Wyatt. That means that Zekken has to give that position up.
Oof.
Speculative showstopper might have caught a bit of damage onto Narrate.
A little bit of
Unclear.
damage.
We're down to 67 either way.
1, 2, 3, 4 people here for Sentinels.
SEN have flooded right back into the site, but haven't found anyone to actually fight. The wall is cycled back from Xander. The Dizzy's broken. Wingman, rather. Cryo jumps in.
Here's Arsena up on top of the truck, but Zelsus is ready for that play, and Narrate's trying to back out of halls here. Zelsus locks it down, but Boostio tears him to shreds.
Dude.
What a time to get in
Wrecking
there.
everyone back as Saint.
100 Thieves are really outplaying them on
Fade,
the macro. SEN were fully baited into
the
site.
Fade util from EU on this map is very, very strong.
Dropped on them
Really
as 100
good.
Thieves reaggress back in as a unit through Shower and Short.
Is that map worth
Shower,
watching?
which has
Crew
been
vs Loud? Oh,
essentially
please don't watch
fully
it.
uncontested.
Honestly, I
The spawn
almost
barrier
didn't
might as well
upload the
be
VOD.
over at the A site
Only uploaded
door.
the VOD because Loud shot very well.
Boostio had best keep his head down. Credit to him. I would have swung that on back. He's low. Would have gone for it. Clean end of the round. Now we have an even game for 100 Thieves. Sometimes, again, still playing slow in the early rounds, but that's that second wave you mentioned, Wyatt.
Loud looking good. Loud well looking
way
good.
more fruitful for them. They're not just standing around listlessly for another minute.
This could be the round where the game is determined. Sentinels are going to be throwing their entire economy on the line. I mean, this is the moment, right? They're baited back into the site.
Is APAC worth
And then they all
watching?
eat that Nightfall coming out of Shower, and the entirety of 100 Thieves spilling back
Boom
in
had a
together.
perfect anti for T1's bind if you care about that, but
Boostio's aim as well has just been really on point
it'll
today.
make you
looking
worry
crisp.
how
We don't unmute.
it'll make you worry a little bit, I think,
Family
Bacon,
show.
more than anything else.
Here's the thrash
Okay,
now.
Molly goes down, insta-official, doesn't see the person over towards the left.
Brimble
Brimble goes out, insta-crunch. Looked like
Beautifully done, and even
100 Thieves were kind of ready for this, but everyone gets in front of the ult, even though they tanked a lot of damage.
Throwing something different into the fold, hitting 100 Thieves with that early teleporter. Crunch taking advantage of Zekken's showstopper to
Yeah,
able
as
to
soon
satchel
as
out of there, make it a
the fish
difficult
kick all
target.
came in, Sentinels were just in for it. And then 100 Thieves were kind of
Any money
ready,
here, more
but
likely a
everyone just got in front.
economic focus here for 100 Thieves. Still a minute to work with, and again, if they find a site that's lightly held, you can convert this, but the odds.
They got a
do not
lot of
favour
time in the spike.
Thieves.
It is doable.
certainly hope that this should be a clean end for Sentinels, who need to retain every gun they can. All of their players are low on credits, but they're low on HP. One nade in the right location could get a free kill. Some spam through a wall, through container.
John Cena. And that's the wall coming up now.
30 seconds left.
Teho Util's not going to do too much. SEN don't really look to push in after it either.
No charges.
EU didn't fancy though hanging around in Hood for the aftermath of that. And Arsenal has a rough approximation of where
They should
Sentinels were
100%
there.
be going for it though, no matter
Is that
what.
grenade you were talking about?
There's a really good
Would've been
reposition from
15
the two that
seconds
were
ago,
under.
But unfortunately,
Or
they've
just 10
rotated off,
seconds left.
repositioned.
Or slightly to the right, maybe bank that off the wall.
Okay.
But of course, you can't know.
They just
a
don't
guessing
want to give
game
them
that
ults. It's
unfortunately
the only
comes up
reason.
short.
It's nothing to do with money, because
Sort of
obviously the
dudes are
money's
going to
incredible. It's
patiently
literally just if
wait this
Narray
one
and
out,
Bang
save
get
the
an
rifles
ult,
of
that
their
is
own,
something
and
that we don't want to happen.
Would be happy if
So
anyone pushes into them, but it's not going to be the case. Sentinels know the value of the weapons in their hands at the moment.
Sentinels were heavily take that though. They needed
also
like a
knew that
round where
probably
they actually
the
had
Sentinels
a
guns were more
good
valuable
amount of
than theirs
people
at the time,
surviving.
given how SEN's economy was wavering, so any opportunity to get something for their troubles. They didn't want to wager too much for it. So heading into round 20, still a fully bought up 100 Thieves owing to that 4-round win streak. Zelsus, of course, has the Brim ultimate.
That was
Eric
a
could play to getting
big
that thrash.
win. That was a
Bangs
big,
one
big
away
win
from the
for
pit as
Sentinels.
well.
Money.
He's been trying his best
Loads of
to
ults
lock
out of
down
them.
B long, but 100 Thieves play that area of the map, both on attack and defense. At
It's a lot of
an
people that are one
extremely
kill away.
high
Got to
level. They
pay
understand
attention
how to
to
punish players
Bang,
in that
Narray, and maybe
location.
even John on this one.
Very much a default look here. 100 Thieves happy to spend the first 40 or so seconds on pure exploration. Might be a
Yeah,
little
and
pop
for a little
setup
bit
here by
there,
Narray
there's
off
been a
the
smoke
timing,
bomb
maybe
in
catch
middle.
Arsena out.
And the wall and the
Got a
smoke
faulty
came
Bang
up
to
for
convert off
100
this.
Thieves, so there is a bit of pressure over towards Lamps at the moment. Someone might have locked
As
out.
predictable as ever, we are in the mid-round, and EU has control of Showers yet again. For a year straight, this man has been on a solo mission on 100 Thieves to control that side of the map, and he always gets away with it.
Does that confirmation keep
Very
SEN
good
players
pressure
at
at the
Looks like
moment.
yes.
Very good pressure from Masina. That keeps 3 people here.
Even better. He's not going through that TP though, and yeah,
So,
eventually
okay,
he's brought down.
that's the sign to go over towards the site.
Trying to sell a bit of a fake.
That was really
could be
good
a
from
molly
Bang
from
there,
Zelsis going to
understanding they could
default
find a
before
moment
his
to
ult,
punish
right?
him right there on his lonesome wingman. Is he going to get that in time? No.
And then now they got molly, then they
Molly to follow it
got
up here.
Brimort.
So no
Then
wingman
they
plan.
might
Time is ticking down. Molly's about to
Be
clear.
able to raise nade, we'll
Lasts
see.
annoyingly long though. Drone's cleared. Now the orbital strike. What's the plan here, 100 Thieves? How are you going to fight through this? Xander doesn't want to push up too much now. It's up to
nothing
Bang and
stopped
John
the
QT
plan on this
to
one.
keep this one stalled out. EU though playing on the other side of the spike, and Boostier's going to get it down. We're going to see Heaven picked up by John.
Not a lot of util going into this either. Not sure when the cycle is going to come back. Actually,
going over
he does
towards
have the haunt
Heaven,
now.
maybe.
But John is trying to
So he
make his
could
way
nade
through
default
Heaven,
off the
might be able to
wall.
take an engagement against Boostio.
The timing here could be huge. Oh,
Uh-oh.
EU can't eat this one.
Player
Hoping for a bit of John action, but he
Nice.
just gets caught out by that util. Teo's so powerful. So it falls to the, well, notorious leader. Will Boostio get himself out of his chair here? Nope, sat back
Nicely
down.
done.
The Sentinels will increase the lead to 2.
Patience, waiting for the utility cycle there was
Yeah, and
excellent
Sentinels
from
have
John.
a lot of ults to close this out.
Free kill found.
And 100 Thieves are miles away
This
from
play is
this.
what really kicked it all off. Bang really heads
Ooh.
up there, understanding where he heard
Wait, that
those
was
shots
kinda
coming
nuts.
from, the
That was
footsteps
sick.
from Asuna. Wait, I can call for this double swing. I can drop the orb right now, and we will catch this guy. They do, and then they just position with that man advantage to go in on the 5v4 after denying the plant from the wingman. It was all really well executed from Sentinels.
These rounds, so important to win.
Teo kill. It was nice because he
Sentinels
didn't
economy
commit,
not
right?
fully
He just got the
developed at that
tag
point,
to
but still
ensure
teetering.
that the slow would kill him as well.
And reasonably a timeout here now for 100 Thieves. Another slow round, another stately one. They're doing well to build some of that early to mid-round map control and convert, but that Teho util digging EU out of the corner really seemed to seal the deal for SEN in that round.
It was a great adjustment from Sen as well, just to put more emphasis on B long that time. On prior rounds, we had seen Asuna getting away with just digging into that part of the map on his lonesome and keeping Sen players feeling like there could be a B hit incoming. But by fighting for that space, controlling it, they were able to nullify 100 Thieves' ability to work the map entirely. They're on the cusp of winning this. It's felt like, in a way, they've almost never been in the lead despite being in the lead at times. It's been so hard fought for them. They're up by 2, and they have a big ultimate
this is what I
advantage
was
coming
talking
into
about.
a crucial round.
Very far away from the
Right,
main
gets to hold
ults
on
that
to
like
this
get them over
Frax
towards
here for
sites
the
as
most
well.
opportune moment, but the money for 100 Thieves still pretty ship-shape. They won 4 in a row, so they can afford to make
I want to say it would be hard for Sentinels to lose this,
by
but
2
it
rounds
honestly
still.
would be right now. They're
Like
in
I
an
said, why we're getting to
incredible
the pointy end
position.
of this game. Looks like another slower start here for 100 Thieves. Up against the barrier, though, on the B side.
They're trying to work with multiple players towards B long again. But how heavily are they going to fight for the space this time in comparison to that prior round? Are they really going to try to insert Asuna deep here? They're going to fight for it as a team. It looks like it. That Dizzy is going forward, and there's the counter pit from Bang.
What's the answer going to be to the pit? Asuna really can't entrench himself in Octagon at all. That's been denied.
I know they do have EU on that side of the map, so if they really wanted to,
There is
you
a
can
little
try to
bit of
prowler
space
through
here,
that, but
so they could think that
they're
they
going
might
to
be
opt
here.
to just
The
fall
longer this
back.
goes on and they
The
see
fact that the
nothing, we're
fades on
going
the
to
B
see a
side of the map
rotate
and
come
not
out.
just controlling showers, though, should ring alarm bells for SEN.
They do still have 3 players favored towards B. It's Zekin who's been playing a pretty passive angle towards
They're playing a
showers. just
little bit
jiggling that
individual.
in. Looks
Zelsis
Zelsis is
still
trying
has
to do what
another
he can
smoke
from
if he wants to put that
Lamps,
one
but
down.
he's just going to be cut off
Zelsis
by the
has
Viper util.
another smoke here for Zelsis. Doesn't need it because the poison orb is in the one-way position. He's going to be an issue. 100 Thieves have to use their own poison orb to force him off that line, but a molly will slow them down.
Yeah, just use his last smoke.
Here come the smokes.
30
This
seconds.
is the real deal from 100 Thieves now. They've got to go for it. Asuna. Blast packs in.
Okay,
Nothing
Lord
to see
is on
the side right
second
now, and no
here.
shower control
Time is
yet
getting
here
a
for
little
100
bit
Thieves.
low. John could
Zelsis
definitely
emerges
ult
into the line of
this.
fire. Brought down, but Zekin at least is able to trade it out now. Narrate gets thrashed in there and he finds a connection, but Cryo's able to
Yeah,
get
that's a
into
combo.
the smoke.
Official into
Armageddon for the
tail ult.
defenders coming through.
Does
Nobody
get
hit
through the
by it, but
TP. He's
Boostio's
miles
caught out
away
in the
though.
open. Xander at least making it a 1-for-1, and he gets onto the seam. Viper's bid to give him access here to the A side proper in this post plant. Then to make it hard for a proper defuse to go down. Zekin wants to inch up. EU might get busy, and that's 3 here for Zekin. Are we getting out of our seat? Getting it to half. Xander inside the
Very
Viper's pit,
nice
gets
from
caught out.
John.
That pit's gonna come down.
Tapper the
Cryo
spike
has to be the
into.
saviour. But
It was
Zeki
cool into hold of Showers.
wins the back-breaking round here for Sentinels. 100 Thieves.
Very, very nice.
Those are tough to come back from.
It was all on Zekin, and he came up. Zelz
Okay,
is
3
risking
chances.
all with that
The
swing
only good
in
news for
the
100
sight.
Thieves was they used all the
Went
ults.
down.
So it's now
And
relatively
after that
even.
second, he's pinched between the players getting onto default. There was pressure coming from Shower as well, but he steps up, finds 3. That third kill being the sickest of them all was such low HP. Instant headshot, laser beam shot. 1 away from going to Pearl, stealing away 100 Thieves' home map.
In 100 Thieves versus Sentinels matchup, it wouldn't
Yeah,
have
and
had
we
it any
put
other
our
way.
smoke
Narrate
slightly to the
dirty
right
beyond.
to enable that angle.
Picks up
That's
Arsenal
nice.
down B long.
That is such a cheeky play.
Yeah,
they have
it's the
orb
same
just
thought process
off
of
to
the smoke
side
that's
to allow
wrong
him to
over
pick up
towards
that
long,
sight
like
line as
from
well.
the
So cool.
brim, but honestly a little bit smarter.
And of course, as always, the one way to contend with on the A side. Xander's not going anywhere in a hurry. Narrate misses the shot, takes a tag for it.
Uh-oh.
And now 100 Thieves try and dig it out of the
Have a
corner. What a
nade
combo.
on top.
Great
That
util.
was nice though to get
Sees
the
came
trade
in as
back.
did the
That was
mosh pit.
awesome.
Narrate is down. That's the operator player removed.
That jump was a little wide there from Zelsis.
Smoke wall is going
Preordained
to create a
to the
lot of
shoulder.
pressure. Hasn't even put the smoke down.
Really far forward. And he
that's-
found a timing. Now back to
I
the
love that
TP.
Xander
All
feels this
eyes on the B.
confident to do this. It's a very good sign for the future. 9-12, not scared to make plays.
To delay.
Still a chance to get through. John now as well with a special delivery. That's beautiful. Boostio brought down.
Big Joe.
Wingman won't be allowed to plant. John going to find yet another one.
Beast.
On the other side is Xander though.
Might
He's
have
got
done
the wrong
enough,
weapon
though.
for the job, but he's now
Damn, dude, John did incredible in that. Okay, shout out to Sentinels. That was very nice in the end. They had a rough start going 0-4 down, but everything after was very, very, very nice. I love the timeout to start going fast to side hits. It pretty much changed everything.
But they clawed and fought back.
Chat, Fracture's the
It was
third map,
John
right?
winning an eco round halfway through the first half.